will bring them a victory, or if CLG push above 500 and get their third win.
That's usually something that happens in the middle of the season, so getting up that stairway quite quick here in the beginning for CLG, and we are off and running. Not too much potential for invade here from either squad. No Luxes on the Rift. And also no Yumis, as that was banned out quite fast. Teleport for Apollo on his Ezreal, as we would expect. Lethal Tempo on the side for Stixxay, and Guardian for Biofrost.
All right, we got a Sylas invade here with Ruin. Not quite close enough to land the stun, so looks like it's going to be no engagement early on. I think that this is the way that Echo Fox would like the early game to go. They don't want it to be super action-packed. There's a lot of potential for high damage from a Xayah Rakan combo. But remember the changes to Tahm Kench? While they did make it more difficult to use Devour to save your allies because you are slowed an incredible amount whenever you do, they also buffed his straight melee 1v1 dueling. So Tahm Kench into Rakan, Tahm Kench much more health and much more defenses. If you're able to stand there, and we've seen Ole quickly stack up the passive of the taste there for Tahm Kench, you can really punish a squishier support like Rakan if you've got someone like Rush Around on Sejuani.
Yep, those changes have definitely brought him a little bit more towards the top lane, as you might see in solo queue. But if you beat him early, you're good to go. Just don't let him, or if you beat him, if you beat him early, you can't let him get the win quick. Coming up on 2 minutes, and we are into the laning phase. A little bit of help there for Rush, and the lead for CLG as they try to get a bit of that health advantage down to make sure level 2 is theirs first. Should be a pretty good back and forth for each lane. Apollo will just farm with his Mystic shots, but Stixxay and Biofrost always going in for the engages.
Yeah, good exchange there from PoE too. You saw all the ranged minions were attacking Fenix during the first exchange too, while PoE was far enough away from Phoenix's ranged minions. He heavily won that trade, getting a decent amount of health. Meanwhile, on the top side here, Solo playing far back, not going to let Ruin get off any further harassment.
Quick double E, gets himself to safety. Biofrost already looking for the early ward here to make sure he can get through, see if anything spawns. Also make sure he doesn't have to ward back around that top side so he gets run over by Dragon. Nicely done, as we see Rush onto the Raptors. Wiggily was making his way around that top scuttle, but as the late spawn happens, we won't see them fight each other.
Yeah, exactly as we were talking about in Champ Select, this is the Xayah Rakan early game. Being able to push in also affords you the extra benefit as you're talking about going up to roam there for Biofrost, getting a ward on the Scuttle Crab.
See if that pulls Rush down to the bottom side of the map at all as well. He has to go towards the top as that is his path, but that means Apollo and Hakuho will get a little less help along the way. If this mid lane continues to get pushed in, that means PowerOfEvil could get a roam, but damage now to Fenix. He has no mana, forced to use the flash to 100 HP. Safe behind his turret as Fenix is now a disadvantage in mid lane.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit surprised he didn't flash early after the pillar was put down. He really wanted to greet it out and not have to use his flash. But in doing so, he took the bite and the extra auto reset there from Wiggily that had red buff. So a significant amount more of damage taken. Might not matter in the end, though, as they're both going for resets. It's going to be a recall for PowerOfEvil to walk back. And Fenix does have teleport.
Might be a reset for that. Good stun range on PowerOfEvil Scout of the Week. Another pillar, and that is a dead Ryze. He'll be able to teleport, as you said. May not have to as it reset. May walk back nice and slow. As we get pings down onto the bottom side. And actually, the bot lane pressure of CLG has allowed them to do Scuttle. But maybe it's taken them a little bit too long. Flashes over the wall, what's going to keep them safe. And a nice entrance, or say heroic save coming in from Biofrost to get himself out. Solo now gets the flashes, and across the map, we're seeing summoner spells be used here.
2 ganks for Wiggily, 2 flashes blown on the solo laners. Meanwhile, yes, their bottom lane did move up to try and get that Scuttle Crab. That cost their own flash, though, so different areas to focus here for both teams. Rush continue to focus on the mid lane here as he tries to catch PoE a little bit too aggressive. Not going to be the right side of the map, though, as PowerOfEvil intelligently is hovering on the top side, while he knows Rush last spotted on the bottom side of the map, so that would be the only area that he could gank from.
simple mind games in the beginning. Junglers hoping to catch people off guard, just focusing on a CS. Focusing on that flash being down and playing a little too over-aggressive. It's the little things that matter right now, and in 5 minutes, not too much has happened, but it is that 800 gold lead over on the side of Echo Fox. Getting pushed in the bot lane, still great CS coming from Apollo. As we said, very consistent there, just has to hold the pressure off and absorb it.
All right, let's see where we go after the support recalls here, because Hakuho's back out and he's trying to reclaim some of the vision, but they're desync recalls. With Fenix back in base, they have no mid lane pressure. It's a little bit dangerous here, so the control wards remain, and Apollo on Ezreal should be safe by himself until they're able to get that cleared.
As we see Hakuho coming back to lane, probably not too much attention drawn in by this Cloud Drake at the start for either team. All lanes are quite even at the moment. Scryer's orb from PowerOfEvil straight up towards the top of the map to make sure he knows what's going on. Krugs is up, so they may be able to figure out that Rush is on towards that mid and bottom side of the map. Wiggily takes this chance now to clear out bottom side, knowing that Rush is probably hovering around top.
Yeah, Sejuani going to try and push this wave now into tower as quickly as possible. Maybe they have a rotation up towards the mid side, because Rush is actually going top and just showed himself on that ward that was by top lane. So they know the Sejuani whereabouts. See if they can do anything on top of it, though.
Still level 5 for Wiggily. Slow moving Trundle. Throws down Frozen Domain. He can get that distance closed onto Fenix. Flashes down for a little bit longer here. They're going to pull him in. PowerOfEvil getting that bait. Just in the fog of war. It looks like Fenix has closed himself to the turret. No scatter coming in. The flash is there, though, to get him locked down. Fenix is going down. There's the orb in from PowerOfEvil. First blood for CLG.
The patience pays off, Riv. Wiggily wrapped all the way around mid lane. He came from the bottom side all the way through top, knowing that they just have to punish this flash that was burned on Fenix early on and get that gold in the next 2 minutes, or else everything would be for naught. Gangplank ultimate going down too.
Cannon barrage right on top of Ruin. He's trying to get that Kingslayer down to get the heal back. Another abscond of a duck, but it's not going to be enough. Possibly a Q coming out of solo. He does have vision denial on the brush. Ruin doesn't go over the wall. His summoners or his spells are definitely back up for another round, but they choose to back off, fight another day, and here is the play in mid lane once again.
Yep. Wiggily walks all the way around, and all he has to do is get the slow onto Fenix. PowerOfEvil flash Qs to get an extra sphere, then ults to spread spheres all over the ground. That way you cannot miss the stun, by the way. The other option greedier players will go for is just trying to stun off of the pillar, so you don't have to, flash and use all your moves and go for the long range. But that can be outplayed. Flashing on top of someone, throwing the Q, and then ulting to scatter spheres everywhere cannot be outplayed. There's no way you can dodge that stun, and that does secure CLG the first blood money.
Wiggily as well, flashed in to get that. We'll see if he may need that or it comes back to bite him. Solo slowly farming with his barrels from safety here against Ruin. 56 to 66, but that overall fight, I don't think Solo wants to take it again just yet. They're on Corrupting Potions right now. It was a back from Ruin. You can see his teleports just used. So he actually has the health advantage here in lane to keep bullying.
Plus, he's got the ultimate cooldown advantage.
Yep.
Sylas can steal Solo's ult, and then next time they go for the 1v1, it would be inside of Ruin's Gangplank ultimate. Jungler's trying to join.
He could get rushes here. He stole rushes, going for Solo, but he's got the orange. The orange has already been used. They're going to get on him with Glacial Prison, and Wiggily is going to pick up that one.
Wiggily all over the map here, returns to the top side after their fight earlier, and just before Solo's flash comes up, CLG also make that one good.
Calculated.
All right, back to the mid lane here. PoE trying to go for the stun.
Nice little scatter, hits the electrocute, and we'll wait for that to happen again. It's a good back and forth. Now that he's had a bit of an advantage onto Fenix, he tries to push that health lead in lane over and over. Fenix doing a great job of staying up in CS though, so he can be the powerhouse Ryze for his team. He just hopes the kills start coming in. Biofrost getting a little dangerous there, but they do put Hakuho down lower. Another advantage in the bot lane as Echo Fox now is forced to back off a bit. Don't see many turret plates around the map taken just yet as we have a replay of the top lane gank again.
Yeah, Rush tries to come over and lands his stun, but in landing his stun, he allows Ruin to steal his own, as you pointed out. And that means that while Ruin is stunned, so is Solo. He had already eaten the orange. Stixxay is by himself.
That's basically Sylas. I'm not sure why he doesn't have the line, I can do anything you can do better, when he steals your ult and uses it on you. It's just so be a line.
All right, bottom side again. Stixxay's flash blown, this time by the Distinct recall there. Hakuho and Apollo were able to chase him down. Last time, you know, the flash was not punished as they had to use it to get away from the scuttle crab they were trying to do. Maybe some repeat pressure here from Echo Fox, you know, should be advised toward that bottom side of the map. Because there is a decent CS lead that was able to come a lot from the attempted scuttle grab in mid lane roam, but we're going to have a possible engage.
Biofrost says no, thank you. And maybe Rush doesn't care. Walks right into a blind brush. That's CLG's vision they're all going to walk through here as Rift Herald goes down nicely to Wiggily. He's been great on the objectives in that sort over the past few games and really controlling that aggression in his mind of what's going to be happening and when it's safe to take the objective.
All right, still a very close game here. And both sides do have some decent scaling options. See, Rift Herald immediately activated on the top side. They're going to continue to try and attack this Gangplank.
Rush just on the edge. Both ults are stolen in the top, so Ruin's basically without an ult for this fight. Cannon Barrage goes down to save the minion wave, and most of the turret. Rift Herald will fall, and Rush is now in the eyes of CLG. We'll see how they can work the rest of the map.
Yeah, a lot of turret plate money going over to this Sylas. We mentioned in Champ Select, when that thing gets first pick, you know there's going to be focus for the team.
Of course.
Get some money onto Sylas, and it will be very, very big later. Let's take a look, though. Yeah, so we just saw the difference in turret plate money making up a huge amount for Ruin. That is kind of competing with the bottom side. Apollo with the Kleptomancy on Ezreal and the small CS lead that they got from the River Roam play that CLG tried to make.
We only have 2 minutes left for those turret plates to be taken down. As you can see on the map, 2 on the top side, 3 in mid, and bot lane still has 5. Hakuho and Apollo putting up a brick wall, this defense versus the lovers duo of Stixxay and Biofrost. That's the charm, that's the quickness going down. They're going to be right onto Hakuho. Grey Health has to come up. Wiggly's coming in. It's going to be a great pillar if he can get it just in front, but both flashes are up. There's flash number 1. Apollo's just going to be able to walk this one out with the arcane shift, and they get themselves to safety.
Yeah, they got to be a little careful about overcommitting here. Rush is now on the way down to the bottom half of the map. CLG roaming up through the river. Do they have the dragon in their eyes? I don't think they got enough off of Hakuho, considering Hakuho already chugging a potion, regenerating some health very quickly here, and Rush has arrived.
Oh, unleashes the power onto Fenix. Obviously not going to be enough right away, but it could be enough to actually tempt this first dragon you were just talking about, Kobe, if Fenix can't be there for the fight.
Yeah, some small advantages stacking up here for CLG, and they want to push it.
Seems a bit sketchy. Now the team is joining in. I was going to say Echo Fox had the upper hand on getting there. Picking up the honey fruit. Wiggily will be nice and healthy once again. And Trundle can usually stay to play for quite a while.
If you check the top lane right now, it also looks like Ruin preemptively stole the Gangplank ultimate, whereas Solo's ultimate's not ready yet. So if a bottom fight does take out, it would be CLG with the GP ultimate.
See, Cannon Barrage right now would be in the jungle. Great spot to get the team to have to get out. No escapes, really. Uses it on the Tri-Brush, trying to take down Hakuho, but Grey Health's going to save him for the time being. Gets out safely. The pressure still towards that bot side. And it looks like they are going to be able to get the turret plates coming down soon, but Drake going over to CLG.
All right, they're able to eventually stay in the blue buff jungle long enough. They make the small advantages convert into the true objective here. Cloud Drake also picked up for CLG.
Gotta go fast. Like we said, I probably wouldn't tempt too many teams in the beginning, but once you had level 6, somebody wanted to get a little extra gold in their pocket, so both teams look for the fight. There's 14 minutes to see the plates drop off mid-turret. Phoenix will clean this wave up, just about 2.5 waves behind his opponent in mid lane. PowerOfEvil doing great on that Syndra.
Ooh, Pink's here. A Rush possibly hovering around topside. He's very low life, though. I think with that low health, Sejuani's got to be worried about Sylas turning for a double kill.
That's the bait, though, right? Go bait him in. Just don't bait yourself too hard that you are the one going down. You might just take this and head home. It looks like topside will do the same as red buff is taken by Rush. Continuing a fast farm in his jungle. Both junglers pretty even in that sense, but we've seen Wiggily making much more of an impact in these lanes. Early flashes on the solo lanes and continuing to go for Rift Herald and the rest of the map.
Yeah, very aggressive Trundle. I think Xmithy and Wiggily probably the two best users of the champion so far in the LCS. The pillar deceptively good at getting flashes out of people and turning to convert on those burned flashes. It's really set up PowerOfEvil in the mid lane here with the 160 CS, fully completed Luden's Echo. Level 11 now, so you have 2 ranks in the ultimate.
Yeah.
That's where you're ready to join up with the team to look for the fights, because the level 2 ultimate for Syndra right now, while the rest of champions on the map have fairly low health pools, provides so much in a burst advantage during a team fight. Right now, Fenix does have his flash, so at best here, this would be a possible flash gained for CLG if Wiggily goes for the gank. But you can see Fenix is hovering bottom half of the map because that's where his jungler is, trying to play to rush.
And we've only seen a few times that rush, coming from the other view of it, has gone mid. Seeing this cleanse on PowerOfEvil has kind of disrupted the chances they want to put into attempting to get onto him. So a great pick in Summoner Spell has kind of deleted Rush's chances of really getting to each lane and trying to be able to do something. Small things, like we said, continue to build. The 16 minutes hit on the map. We still only have 2 kills here as Wiggily and PowerOfEvil stand tall in mid lane. Somebody wants this fight. Ooh. That's going to be the missed ultimate from Rush. I don't know if it's the full bite back, as Fenix having that edge on the back line could be a lot of power unleashed onto now Rush. But it's a back and forth. They can't get full damage onto Fenix, and that's really the target they want.
Yeah, a couple of exchanged ultimates and about 50% off of both junglers' health bars. Trundle has a slightly easier time of regenerating health with the passive, so if Wiggily gets back to farm, then he should be able to make it right, but Rush as well, chugging both charges on the potion. They want to continue the fight. Bottom lane roams up.
Expecting a big fight here. It's going to be exhaust on Hakuho. If they get the PowerOfEvil, they shut down a lot of his damage. He's changed out with the Unsealed Spellbook. Hakuho Abyssal Voyages in and can't get the lick to stick. They're forced to back out, but Echo Fox is not deterred from trying to make things happen on the map, even if they don't have an objective to fight for. Fenix in pretty scary spot here if the Scat of the Week hits. Rotation down from Solo as well. That teleport's is going to be there from Ruin. Sorry, it's down for Solo, so he makes the long walk back and forth on the beach. Looks like he'll go home into top lane as that fight fizzles out with no kills.
Yeah, attempted move here from Echo Fox to try and catch CLG in the rotation. They do get PowerOfEvil's flash on the Syndra. So that may be something to keep your eyes on. Whenever you blow a Syndra's flash, that's a big, big target on the Syndra's back. You did point out earlier the cleanse, and that's a great utility summoner spell versus something like the Sedge ult, but without a flash to back it up, definitely will be a vulnerable target.
Sit and duck right after you cleanse. Void Staff, a quick buy from PowerOfEvil as he just wants to shred through his opponents with an ultimate one after the other. They think that's the hit. Then you get the kill, even if Unleashed Power doesn't. Interesting play. PowerOfEvil always having his own things that he brings in. Let's see what they do with this. Push it into mid a little bit more, but no help too much for PowerOfEvil. Now Wiggily comes over and Biofrost. I think he might take a hit in the face from Rush, but with the pressure of CLG there, looks like this turret's going down, and Fenix might as well. One more wave, and that is gone.
Yeah, we just had full resets here for Echo Fox with their bottom lane and top lane going back. Now they're trying to get back out onto the map to defend the remnants of this tower. All the outer towers are so low health here for Echo Fox. CLG on the brink of tipping that in their favor. Bio does go in.
Ooh, deja vu. A lot of the engages when CLG had Sejuani last week happened right here, where they were able to throw C9 off their game. There is a miss. Glacial Prison coming in. Damage onto PowerOfEvil. He's somewhat the focus. Good hits coming in from the Ryze, but Fenix is forced to back now. Rush has to flash out of the fight as Hakuho is the first one in. I should say the last one in, and the first one out of that engage. Apollo now taking quite a bit of damage from the feathers as Stixxay locks him up, calling them back. And CLG is able to dance around a lot of these. Ruin! Here comes Ruin to get into the fight. Tries to throw down the first Q, and it looks like he's in a bad spot now. Almost devoured up by Hakuho on that third lick, but he gets himself to safety, and it was pretty touch and go, but CLG find that mid turret as they want it.
And if you look at the minimap right now, we've got Rush, or Solo here, split pushing on the top side. Gangplank gonna try and answer towers after CLG staying mid a very long time. Mountain Drake gonna be picked up in exchange. I have to say, Rush keeps going for these max range Sejuani ultimates that are getting sidestepped, and it does leave an AoE slow behind, but it's not converting into anything that Echo Fox can actually make a play off of unless you get the stun onto a target. Doesn't seem like it's really going to turn into a play for them.
Especially double combining that with maybe a cannon barrage right away. Both pretty much similar in size and AoE, so if you are missing, at least double slowing. You get something out of it, right? 20 minutes, and that means Baron will spawn towards that top side. We'll see the Vision start to encroach that way as well. A few pink wards already laid down for Echo Fox that they don't really have to protect, which means those can stay up quite a while and will get good benefit.
All right, I'd really like to see how the Sylas Ryze matches up right now in the side lane. If Fenix on the bottom side with teleport available can get this wave priority over Ruin and push that up to the tower, that would open up Echo Fox to try and make that cross map play. Currently, both of them do have teleports. Echo Fox have a few more with the rest of the team, as well as a lot of the global ultimates. So it should be Echo Fox trying to keep the pressure here on the side lanes and making that play onto CLG, trying to utilize that extra movement. But right now, the key player for CLG is Ruin on Sylas, who's got his available.
The calm guy in the top lane, calling out the calm, cool shot. And it's a very, very close game, as you were saying as well. Just level 14 from PowerOfEvil hits as we have the quickness in mid again onto Hakuho. He's been able to live through each of these fights, but they still decide to go for him. Wigglily's now taking quite a bit of damage from Apollo. True shot barrage comes through, but the ultimate's not going to be able to hit too many members. Apollo gets his arcane shift off and to safety after scat of the week, but another back and forth fight with no priority targets going down. And it looks like that side lane push kind of fizzled out, and we'll get it once again as Solo and Ruin about to meet back up.
Big defense there for Echo Fox in the mid lane. They make the call not to use any of their globals there. They knew they were safe. And Apollo back on the LCS stage, making his presence felt.
Staying on the back line, staying safe. Hakuho has been able to go in on each of these fights. Apollo's doing his own safety work there. He's got the hard hat on, so he is really working for himself this game, as everybody else kind of wants to go into the fight too. So it helps even more with his red buff on. Iceborne Gauntlet there, and he's looking to get that Muramana finished up quite soon. Let's see where he's at. 643 of 750, so within the next minute or so.
All right, fighting over mid vision here. Hakuho gets knocked up, but he's got teammates around, so
I know this dance.
yeah, nothing gonna come of that.
Push and rush out of position. These are those wards that Echo Fox set up before, and look at
going for it.
He's going right on the turret. Kingslayer's gonna give him the health back that he needed. Ruin looking good, and it does not give him the range he needs on the Hextech Proto Belt. A quick realm warp out, and Fenix is feeling good.
Welcome back, Fenix. Returns to the LCS stage, gets his solo kill under the tower in the side lane here. Ryze fully operational, Riv.
He felt that one. Seraph's Embrace goes down, had enough, and then distanced himself from Ruin, so he didn't get the life sucked out of him.
Yeah, I was thinking before, oh, it's going to be great when, you know, Fenix gets to the sideline and he could push the turrets, the minions into the turret. He'll do more than that as he actually goes for the kill. Really nice use of the Rune Prison, by the way. The biggest thing you need to keep your eyes on when going for the 1v1s with Sylas, keeping Sylas at a distance so he doesn't get the big heal. And a really nice job there by Fenix. You're able to use your phase rush, just locks him right in place with the Rune Prison, and able to pull that one out of his hat.
Well, that changes things a bit, Kobe. You're gonna have to see that side lane played a bit differently here. Ruin's gonna have to play much more careful. That turret almost went down with the damage Fenix put on it after, along with his minions. And he will head right back down to that lane to find Ruin once again. Teleports are up across the map for big plays. And I think Echo Fox is starting to gain a bit of ground. They just have to wait for Fenix to add the pressure each time and do it again. Here's your pro view replay from Fenix's side.
I love it too, because once again, there's no wards for Fenix with pushing here. They're just keeping track of all the other CLG members up by Baron. He goes for the 1v1 under the tower. As soon as he hits that Q, he knows. It's an empowered Q. He's at 50%. Oh, actually, Ruin did get off that one Kingslayer, but it wasn't enough healing. Fenix killed him regardless of it, then gets back out on the back of it. Now we're back to live, and they're chasing Rush.
Cannon Barrage was going off right away. That Trundle pillar went out, so the catch potential is gone from both teams until it comes back up, and those spells are happening. It looks like it's going to be a long fight. Airborne, two members of Echo Fox trying to hit the ground running, but Rush is going to be the first one to go down as Hakuho. Next in the eyes of Counterlogic Gaming, Wiggily just misses the pillar. True shot barrage back across his Ruin. Skirts out with a sliver of health, and it looks like they're running for the hills, but they may still want the fight. Feathers called back, but a nice denial by Hakuho as he saves Apollo. And it looks like this one again fizzles out with not too many kills, just Rush going down. Realm warps in, Ruin doesn't know which way to go, George! And he goes down, that's a kill for Solo. Dragon's gonna be in the eyes, however, of CLG. That's 3 objectives to their name. then bottom turret could fall after this.
Yeah, great heads up play there from Fenix to use the ultimate. Nice placement. There's nowhere for Ruin to run. Can't get to the other side or else they don't step in the ultimate. And is Echo Fox getting back their answer kill, but again, the cost is another Mountain Drake for CLG. When you have 2 stacking up here, you have to be so scared about only a couple members being able to deal enough damage to Baron to get it without any vision here. So Echo Fox #1 priority now is to keep ward control around the Baron buff.
Cheeky Hakuho redemption onto Baron. I like it. Here's this fight one more time on the bot side.
All right, Ruin goes in. Not happy with what went on the bottom lane a minute before. Chases down CLG, chases down Rush, gets the kill onto the jungler. But then, as CLG try and reset here, you know, they get the extra support for Wiggily to walk out. Ruin is half health on the Sylas.
Yeah.
And all alone with the rest of Echo Fox still coming down. You asked me in Champ Select, you know, for Ryze was one of the big power points. And again, the creative use here of the utility of this champion, chasing him down the extra kill is something. I would still say CLG came out ahead, much happier with the way that sets up their objective play for the next 5 minutes in this game. Around Baron, they've already got control wards, so that's where they're going to try and really put the pressure onto Echo Fox.
And honestly, they're set up really nice with the next Drake. It's not something they need to focus. It might be something Fox wants, so CLG could have some time on the map if Fox does want to focus that. Right now, Fox playing defense. They won't have much time to go for any Drakes in 3 minutes. We'll see how they approach this counter logic gaming aggression. Wiggily now on the bot side. Blue buff looking to be transferred over here. Frozen domain down first. Pinched against the wall, and they already have vision of the brushes. Cannon Barrage comes across. Fenix now gets the shield one more time. Blue buff really helping him dance this one out. We got the Abyssal Voyage right behind as well. Zhonya's for Ruin. Not looking good for Wiggily. The double Zhonya's goes out with a stopwatch, and here comes Biofrost with a save. Quickness comes in. Is that the kill on the Hakuho? Because Stixxay's coming up big with #1. A kill back from Solo as he gets the retribution. A double kill for the team of Echo Fox. They're going to look for a little bit more if they can get PowerOfEvil. He tries to scatter, but it's Ruin coming off the other side out of the woodwork. He hits the glacial prison. That's Stixxay going down.
Rush hits the one that matters, gets the double buff. Arrow going up, PoE!
PowerOfEvil locked in, knocked down, and that's a double as well for Rush. What a turnaround for Echo Fox. They rise to the occasion.
They're going to run straight for the Baron, too. Pings right now. They're going to run upward. Let's see. 18 seconds on Ruin. This might get dicey, Riv. Biofrost will be up. Ruin has teleport. Echo Fox making a beeline for the objective.
Doesn't matter if anybody's ults are down, he can steal it. His ult is up. Teleport is there, like you said, for Ruin. He's going to the top side of the map, Kobe. It's going to be Wiggily there. Junglers are 12 and 12. The smites are even, so you won't get an advantage out of the true damage. Fenix on the damage for the Baron as well with the rest of the team as Hakuho is trying to play Peel. They get the Cannon Barrage. They don't throw it down just yet, but yes, there's the damage in. Rush is going to be able to steal Baron. It looks like they're walking this one out slow. They'll be happy to lose Fenix or just Hakuho. No more, though, as Solo tries to put down the barrels and get the slow in. Pillars there, the abscond, the abduct, the down Solo after a few more hits, but he is able to drop Biofrost in a valiant attempt. Rush now trying to get himself to safety, and Echo Fox gets out with 2 Baron buffs.
Oh, what a play. Coming down to the last second there, Echo Fox do get the Baron buff, and they've got it surviving on 2 members. That will be enough to get their push going and try and get some of this gold out of the tower. CLG did get 3 kills worth of money, but it was at the cost of Biofrost, and it really all comes down to how much Echo Fox can get out of this Baron buff push. Ruin's going to get the remnants of the top side tower, which will kind of inflate the numbers in their favor for the Baron power play.
It will, inflating back to normal as of now. We'll see how much more they can get back. Negative 980 right now for Echo Fox. If they can take down this mid lane turret, it makes it much easier for them to be able to get around to the side lanes. They can walk through CLG's jungle right now. They have to go the very long way around, and it does not allow them to get the gauges they want. Here we are at Dragon once again, or Baron once again. We'll see what happens.
All right, Fenix teleports in early, so it is the 5 members of Echo Fox. Redemption going down. As you can see, Fenix and Hakuho try and play the front line here to try and ward off CLG, but Wiggily goes in, Biofrost gets the double knockup as Hakuho tried to get the Devour there, and it's kind of multiple members sticking around trying to save other members for Echo Fox. and a little bit of a sunk cost fallacy there as they lose a couple extra members. Solo did get a counter kill on the Biofrost when he went down, though.
Feels good.
So it was a fairly close exchange, and that's why we say it's going to be all about how much can Echo Fox get with their 2 Baron buffs. They've got one surviving on Apollo and the other on Rush here, trying to get Solo split pushing bottom, as you can see on this mini-map. With a Baron buff, you can empower 2 lanes to try and get that big advantage. Right down mid lane, and then they've got the second one here with Solo lying in wait, and Rush getting all the way up to the tower. Now, they should get some gold out of it.
What a step forward for Echo Fox. Last week, the Baron call was one of the things that turned the game on its head for them. Getting chased down by the Yuumi, if we remember, was what crushed them after getting the Baron. This time, they make the call to get out with a few members that makes it that much more of an impact. Now positive on the Baron play, and they definitely seem to be righting the ships and things that have given them trouble in past games. Just over 30 minutes here, 7-7 on the scoreboard. Charmed up, almost knocked down. So much healing coming through with the redemption, and the rest of the team just behind him. That's a lockdown onto Wiggily, but he's able to get out right away. Gets his ultimate down, but now it's just a trade back and forth to see who's going to go down first. No perfect picks coming out for either team, but this may mean mid-turret finally goes down in favor of Echo Fox, and they can open up the map.
Definitely going to be the case here. There's also a Warmog's on Rush, by the way, so he can just heal back up out of combat. He's coming for a re-engage on PoE!
Oh, PoE just gets taken down. Basically 1v1 there. A little bit of help from a Hakuho, but Apollo comes up with some big damage, and a misplay is definitely going to change the way this game is paced, and Echo Fox is going to be able to stay for a little bit longer. Unfortunately, Baroned up cannon minions somewhat troll you, so they're waiting for the next wave to come through, and they'll finish that damage out on the second tier mid-turret.
All right, after that, it should be a reset here to go spend their money. Echo Fox very happy with what they were able to get done off the back of this Baron buff. A lot of money back in their pockets, and they've gotten 2 late-game Gangplank. Solo here, the barrel chains are absolutely destroying the back line. It's so effective against those low mobility backline champions like Syndra. For the next one, PoE will have the flash back up. For this one, he did not have flash. Just gets nailed by Apollo and Hakuho. They're back together, and they're taking down enemy mid laners.
These are the big brain Scion runners. You can't put things in front of them. They'll figure it out right away, and they'll just dissect your strategy. You got to make it happen. You got to do it in the blink of an eye, or Apollo and Hakuho are going to calculate it, figure it out, and put it right back on your plate for you. 2-0-5 for Apollo. Back into the LCS after a few games out, like he's riding a bike. 500 gold bounty on his head. And as you were saying, Solo is having such a great game with these barrels. It's also hard for CLG to run through these barrels to get to Apollo. He's on the back line, firing shots, and he has been doing so much damage to the team.
All right, CLG need to set up their defenses here. There's a lot of Echo Fox wards in their own jungle, especially around this mid lane right now. So it's very difficult for them to see the Echo Fox plays coming. You can see Wiggily trying to sweep out a little bit here, but Rush.
Oh.
Peekaboo.
It's like a gentleman's agreement there. It's like, we don't want to initiate on each other, but I see you. I see you. It's just not the right fight. Up to Baron to make sure you have better eyes on the prize. A good steal. Oh! He steals Rush's ultimate, throws Rush's ultimate, and Rush is going to be saved up by Hakuho on that one. Gray Health has to come out if he wants to be saved. Wiggly's taking quite a bit of damage on the front. Rush goes back in for an Arctic Assault to save the team. It looks like he goes down for his efforts as Wiggily comes up with that kill. A shutdown onto Rush, if you will. Apollo in the front, and that's not where you want to be as Apollo goes down. He's been so safe, and then he goes right for the face kill. Solo's now taking quite a bit of damage as Fenix is on the front line in front of 4, but he needs to get back. That's just a realm warp, but do they do the realm warp again? It's Fenix almost going down. Here it comes from Ruin. How many are going to go forward? Fenix is going to go down. There's the abscond abduct, and Ruin comes up huge. This top laner for CLG slotted in and is working perfectly.
Oh, CLG just dismantle Echo Fox there. After Rush goes down, Apollo tries to make the hero play, eing in on Ezreal, and PoE is having none of it. The Syndra flashes forward to get the extra kill on the Echo Fox carry, and that will be CLG taking the Baron buff, taking one more for the road. Nope, Hakuho's gonna flash over the wall.
Drop that one out the window. You don't need it after it hit the ground. Don't worry about it. Baron Or on the side of Counter Logic Gaming, Elder in 30 seconds here. We got 24 onto Solo. You could get that ultimate when he comes back up, but it is something to fight for when you have 3 Drakes on the map. We'll see how this all happened once again. A stolen ultimate from Rush, and it didn't matter for CLG if they missed it. They were in.
Yeah, it was so close here. Look at the re-engage. Wiggily gets the ult off onto Rush, runs away, barely surviving off the double shields from Biofrost, and then Rush ticks down from the drain on him, and Apollo tried to finish Biofrost, but PowerOfEvil is willing to use the Syndra summoner spells offensively for the game changing team fight right here. Fenix tries to fight off the rest of the low health members, but he can't do it. Now we're back out to live.
Biofrost is in and out. Looks like his ultimate might have been used there for a quick second as well.
Got Rush, it looks like Rush is in the death chamber.
Rush is definitely in the death chamber. He'll be coming up in about 40 seconds, sorry. To get my eyes on that timer correctly. 3 Drakes on that Elder now multiplied for their damage, and this is going to feel great. The minion wave isn't exactly where they want it to be, but CLG can camp out in Echo Fox's jungle. Kobe, what a swing to this game we've had back and forth, a Baron for each side, and it looks like CLG's able to use it a little bit better here with their map positioning.
CLG coming storming back here with this Baron buff. They're going to be able to push up mid and bottom lane, not waiting a second. They've got the extra burn, as you can see, and they shouldn't stop here. This inhibitor turret's gonna melt like butter.
They do have the cannon barrage to throw down. My eyes are kind of on Stixxay here, as well as how Biofrost will move and what his targets are. You have Ruin in the mid lane, could go for that solo versus solo, but he'll get help from PowerOfEvil now. And they are just going around the horn. That bottom turret and inhibitor dropped. The middle inhibitor now getting all the damage it needs to go down. And at 36.5 minutes, that's the fight. They go in onto Rush. They want to take him down again so he can't get a good reinitiation on the back line. Ruin somewhat in the front as Cannon Barrage goes down. But they want to wait for the AoE to split so they can get their message in with that engage. And it looks like they back out for now. It's not going to be anything that they want to take other than the inhibitor.
There's one tanky Trundle. When you get a Trundle ultimate off on a tanky target, plus then he's got this stone plate, actually gonna heal right back up with his own Warmogs, and that will be enough for a reset here for CLG. Their work is done. The mid and bottom inhibitors being down have a very clear pathway to victory now. No surprise about that. Every member heads right back out on the map, up this top lane. They're gonna push for the victory here against Echo Fox. Can Echo Fox mount some sort of defense on the top side of the map? Fenix is trying to clear out as many super minions as they can before they have to fight this, because they know timing's not on their side. But it's going to come down to, can Echo Fox get a surprise fight? They have to pull the trigger at their inhibitor turret. CLG are coming for that base.
So I feel like there's a way this can happen, especially with the Rakan change. You see a lot of Rakans activate all outside of a vision now so they can get in before you even know it. Because you have that 0.5 seconds after, if you can nail him in the face with that Glacial Prison, you have a chance or your fight is disrupted. That's going to be the first turret going down, and almost too late to even stop, or too quick to stop that one, I should say. Biofrost sitting on the outside. Quickness is up. Rush has his ultimate in about 0.5 seconds. That's going to be Rush's own ultimate going back onto the team. When will he throw his out? They're going to be onto the Nexus turrets now. And there goes Biofrost to the back of the fight. Solo goes down to half HP. They are able to hit Biofrost, but he gets the safety. They lose PowerOfEvil in the fight. This is Echo Fox's chance to bite back onto CLG. They lose Wiggily in the base, and now Echo Fox is pushing out slowly, but a lot were fighting Wiggily. Nobody has the chance to catch up just yet. As Hakuho gets there with Abyssal Voyage, they're not getting enough kills that they want, and it's taken them a little too long to take down CLG, but they've saved the base and dropped 3 members of Counter Logic Gaming.
Echo Fox survived the push here. Big mistake from CLG to try and go under the Nexus turrets. They have all the timing in the world. With 3 inhibitors down, they don't have to force it here, but look, Ruin landing that ult onto Ezreal and getting the Devour out means Biofrost decides to go under the 2 turrets here. Big Gangplank ultimate and big barrel chain takes out PoE. That was a full execution. The Syndra just dead from Echo Fox defending at Nexus turret. CLG step too far and get dismantled.
Doesn't mean it's over, it only means it's harder. Echo Fox now keep themselves alive, backs against the wall. You can see Wiggily discussing with his team.
I see, we were here, and then the Gangplank ultimate came through, and then PoE got 2-shot.
There's a lot of things to keep track of in this fight, especially when you have the Cannon Barrage coming down. You want to avoid Ryze and his lockdown, and then you have barrels in from everywhere. Barrels are the thing that gave the upper hand to Echo Fox along with a True Shot Barrage. That combination is quite conditional. I'm sure CLG will be looking for it again. So now how does Echo Fox make it happen with a different variety of play? That's the question, and that's what becomes so difficult when a game is so close. Echo Fox is 2,000 gold in the lead right now, defending on their own doorstep. This is a tough game.
They got a bunch of bounties off of that defense there, are able to get a lot of gold back. They still have a lot of work to do because the inhibitors are down and they have super minions that will continue to flood in.
Right.
But winning that team fight buys you so much time. Baron,
that gold.
Baron coming up in 8 seconds here. Believe CLG should be able to burn it down in time.
Yeah, like you said, with the super minions coming in, a little too much janitorial duty to do inside Echo Fox's base. You have to clean those minions up. They will take down your turrets, especially if they're coming in from a single side lane. And True Shot Barrage whizzing on by. Not this time. 2 Barons, 3 overall in the game, 1 to Echo Fox, the last 2 to CLG along with the Elder Drake. That's in 44 seconds if they choose to get it again. Enough power to kind of waltz on by that, but they also have enough vision to know CLG can't leave their base, so maybe Elder Drake is burned down just as quick, and it becomes that wham bam thank you ma'am rush into the base as they head to the Nexus.
Yeah, I wonder if Echo Fox try and make a play to fight. 20 seconds left. They are in mid lane, so it's not too far, but it seems so scary to run into the Fog of War to fight that team fight. You're faced with 2 very difficult decisions. It's unlikely you can win a team fight versus the Elder Dragon Burn, but it's also unlikely you can win a team fight running into the Fog of War there blind. They're gonna have to try and go for it.
Whoa, Rush is on the front. You're telephoning this one in, man, that you want to get that fight, but CLG knows it. They're going to start backing off. Rift Herald goes down. They are more than happy to turn now, and there goes Biofrost into the fight. I love how he used that ult under Wiggily. It almost hit him, so he could get that off without being noticed. Apollo's going to be on the front line trying to deliver in the damage. He gets his ultimate stolen. That's just a True Shot Barrage. Not going to pick up the fight too much along the way for Counterlogic Gaming. And now they're going to make their way into the base. Top lane's pushed out just a little bit. Those super minions will bring it in quick. Bottom lane has one of its, I believe, last rounds or no rounds of super minions there. So CLG needs to rework these inhibitors and get themselves back into a position where they feel comfortable fully going into the base. Right now, very strong. And with these buffs, should be able to take the fight. But they are giving Echo Fox the respect of this counter engage.
Yeah, they know they got turned around on last time. Echo Fox don't have a lot of time. Baron buff and Elder Dragon burn on CLG. 1 inhibitor left.
Do they fight it? It's that the whole mentality of I've saved this for so long, now I have to fight it, but that's what happens at the Nexus. It's do or die here for Echo Fox. Do they do or do they die? That's going to be a resurrecting Solo. Stopwatch goes down as well to try and save Rush, but he is going to fall. Solo's now forced away as one Nexus turret goes down. Rush is towards the fountain. Hakuho is going to have to use that gray health, and it looks like it's Counterlogic Gaming that are going to take the win over Echo Fox. What a match back and forth, and they'll move to 3-2.